All right. Well, I feel like maybe I'll do some of these videos outside, give you guys a change of atmosphere. I mean, it's a pretty mirror. You know, Mika, it's great mirror. But, you know, that vent right there, I feel like it takes away some of the ambiance, the je ne sais quoi. I don't know if that's even how you say it. Or if that's the proper application for using that phrase. I'm gonna Google it though, and then I'll make a 20-second video on it. You know, I just wanted to say to you guys, you know, I may be back sooner than I think. I may not. You know, I'm hoping it ain't gonna be longer. I'm not a troublemaker like that. You know, people get in trouble, they stay longer. You know. Oh, freaking yawning. Yeah, make some more coffee. But you know, I'm just saying these. You know, I'm assuming. You know, Tori, you might be around 15 when I get home. You know, which I'm sorry about. You know, Hezekiah, you're gonna, you know, be 16, which I'm also very sorry about. You know, those are foundational years. Yeah, those are foundational years that, you know, remember I told you about your 6-year career, going through your teens that are going to play a huge impact on your, do you guys notice how much bigger this shoulder is than this shoulder, or am I tripping? What is going on? Oh, I sit funny. I got scoliosis or something. Anyway, sorry. I know that's like really self-indulging, but I'm sitting here staring at myself. I feel like a doofus. But maybe it's a shirt. Is it the shirt? How's that? You know, you guys are going to go through these years, and I'm trying to do these with some idea of, I feel like I talk to you guys more than any of your parents. That's how I feel. I could be wrong, you know. I don't think I am. But, you know, you guys are little humans, you know, and you're on your way to becoming adults, and there's no stopping that. You know, I mean, there's no stopping the interactions you guys are going to have, the choices you are going to have to make. You know, the friends you choose, the crowd you decide to engage in. Sorry, I'm sore still. How you treat each other. You know, I'm big on telling you guys, you know, you guys got these friends. And I think for the most part, you guys seem like, you know, Carson and Leah, you know, I don't really know if you guys are establishing those connections yet, but, you know, I'm sure you guys have people you care about and like to be around, you know, but, you know, Tori and Hezzy, you know, it's like I told you that one time when I sat you down at this table right here, you know, I said, you know, Tori, you have to speak up and tell Hezzy how she made you feel. And this is just one circumstance. I'm sure you guys will both make each other feel different ways at different times, you know, happy, sad, you know, left out, maybe confused, lonely. You guys are different people, you know, and you're going to have different interests, but you respect that about each other. You know, Auntie Rose and her best friend Sam, you know, they are completely polar opposites with certain things, you know. And I only know that from what I see on, you know, pictures and what, you know, I understand Samantha to be into versus things that, you know, Rosalie really isn't into. So, you know, but they're best friends. You know, they pick what they have in common is binding, you know, to where it's like, yeah, maybe it's time, experiences, conversations, all that, you know, but as you grow apart, with your guys' paths in terms of likes and differences, you know, what you have to do is come together on your commonalities, you know, because you guys, I know you guys love each other, you know, but you know, it's a hard thing to explain. You guys are going to have your independence and your separation, you know, with different friends, different, you know, boys, different groups, different activities. You guys are different people. But when it comes to the facts, you guys share a lot of commonalities. Scary movies, you guys like slime, you know, you guys like talking about DIY stuff, you know, blah, 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 everything else. So as you guys keep growing, you stay tight. You talk. You know, you guys should be talking to each other more than anybody, you know. And the real reason, not the only, but a real reason for that is because you guys are going to go through things that your moms, your dads, you know, stepdads, you know, maybe they won't be the most comforting person to talk to. You know, maybe, you know, I'll never judge you guys. I swear to God, you know, that's just, I've done too much bad stuff. You know, I've been in dark, low places, you know, and when people go through those low places, they're an asshole if they're still judging, you know, because it's like, dude, look in Mika's mirror, you know, you see who you see, you know, you ain't that great. So I will never judge you guys. You know, I might be disappointed. I might feel the need to engage in a conversation with you, ask questions, let you ask questions, you know, try to find understandings and stuff like that. You know, I feel that I've done a good job with talking to you guys and allowing you guys to feel open to talk to me and all of that. I think Mika does too. I hope your guys is, you know, I hope Sandra does too. And, you know, John and, Willie and Patty, you know, Alex and I don't know her name. But you know, I just hope, what is her name? Who cares? Anyway, you know, you guys are going to want to talk about things, you know, that, you know, maybe it just would be more comfortable talking to a peer, you know, someone your age, someone who's going through some stuff too that can relate. So, and that's cool. That's okay. But the thing about talking to friends, you know, unless this is a real friend, which I have a real friend that's done me wrong with talking about stuff. But that ain't my family. You know, he's a real friend, 25 years. But, you know, he made a mistake to open his mouth when he shouldn't have, you know, and I forgive him. You know, I forgive him for that. You know, I've made mistakes with him in friendship too. And I mean, 25 years is a long time. There's going to be some mistakes made, you know, some trust will have to be, you know, rebuilt and all of that, you know. But I know he would do things for me a lot of people wouldn't, you know. He would go to court and lie to the judge for me to try to get me out of trouble. He offered, you know, he would take a bat to somebody's head if they were hurting me or my kids or my family. I know he would. I would too, you know. Talk to the judge about it later. But you guys have an opportunity to create a bigger, better bond. You know, I think you guys met when Hezzy was 10 and Tori was 9. You know, so by the time you're my age, you know, that's going to be what would that be? 25 years, same thing. But the difference is you guys are family. You know, you guys are developing I don't know if sisterhood's a word, but that's what we'll use. And you know, you guys have that option and that availability to, you know, throw each other, you know, a bachelorette party. You know, care for the other one when it's your 21st birthday. And I'm not saying go out and get sloppy drunk and do something stupid and make bad habits, but I'm not naive that you guys are going to grow up. And that's part of growing up, you know, experiencing things. And just careful what you experience, you know, little steps. But little steps can lead to a far off place is the point. You know, you guys will be able to talk about boys. Hey, maybe that's not the right guy for you. You know, maybe that's not the right guy for you. You know, or hey, man, that guy really treats you nice. You're acting like an asshole. Like, why are you treating him like that? You know, or hey, you're really good at this. You know, keep going. Encourage each other. You know, then that special day comes around. You know, and it turns into, hey, you know, he asked me to marry him. You know, and you say, wow, you know, good for you. You know, and then hey, you know, I'm gonna go look at wedding dresses. You know, and all these things that if you keep that bond and you keep those lanes open to be able to travel together, you'll have that for life. You know, and then you know that time's gonna come. You're gonna be at my funeral. You know, you could be there for each other. You're gonna be at your mom's funeral. You could be there for each other. You're gonna be at your other parents', you know, funerals. You could be there for each other. Like you guys have that option to make that a reality. You know, if you don't want to, don't. It's up to you. You know, you guys want superficial friends, a bunch of friends that are, you know, I don't know. You know, some friends stick around. A lot of friends don't. Plain and simple. And so you're rolling the dice on everybody. But we're family. That's the way it goes. And, you know, whether you like it or not, you know, you guys can end up not liking each other. You got parents that are tied together, and you got a sister that bonds you guys together. So you guys are family. That's the way I look at that. You know, just be smart. You know, where one of you smarter, let the other one help. You know, or vice versa, however you want to say that. You know, Tori, you know, if you're gentler or more passive, which I know you are, Hezzy, you stress out about everything. Plain and simple. Tori, easygoing. You know, so maybe sometimes, Tori, you're too easygoing. And Hezzy could be like, hey, don't even let that pass. Don't let nobody do that. Whatever the case is. Or Hezzy, you know, you're tripping. You know, don't talk to them like that. Come on, ease up. Like, they just said this. They made a mistake. You know, whatever the situation is. You know, you guys, you know, your mom, Hezzy, is, she's a lot more giving of herself than I am. You know, she has a big heart. You know, I got a big heart for you guys. I'll die, steal, and kill for you guys. But, you know, your mom will listen to anybody, you know, and sometimes people need to talk, and I'm like, hey, I'm not the right guy to talk to. You know, I'm just not, because you know, I don't have no investment in you. There's nothing I could really offer you that I think is going to be substantial, you know, but, you know, on the flip side, I'm more studious about certain things. You know, Mika is very studious when it's something that involves her directly. I hear something and I'm just like, well, let's see about that, you know, and then I'll read and read. I probably read more articles than, you know, one man's written in his life. So, you know, we balance each other, you know, and you know, my sister helps balance me too. You know, there's things about her that, drive me up the wall, and things about me the same way. But the choice is that we are there for each other, you know, despite how many times I've messed up, you know, she's rooting for me, you know, despite how, you know, I think she gives her opinion where it's not needed. You know, I'm there for her. You know, there's nothing, that's not illegal. You know, there's nothing wrong with giving your opinion where somebody didn't ask for it. It's not always the best idea, you know. You don't got to stand up for everybody. You don't got to put your flag in the ground about every topic. You know, I learned that because I've done that, you know. And when you make enough problems in your life and draw enough negative attention to yourself, you start to learn, like, man, people are going to think I'm full of shit. You know, I got everything to fix your situation, but I can't get out of my own. You know, that's not the right way to be, you know. And that wasn't referring to her. That was me particularly. That's a big reason, you know, my 20s, you know, I knew more in my 20s than I know now, you know, and I don't know how that's possible, but that guy in his 20s, I wouldn't want to hang out with him. Telling me how to fart, you know, telling me how to live my life. That is just too much. But, you know, those are learning. It's learning. You know, you go through these phases. You know, right now, Hezzy, you know, I see it. You know, I just went in your room, I think 2 weeks ago, and I was like, hey, chill out. Like, I know, I get it. You're trying to find yourself and, you know, make sure you're respected in, you know, in your teen years and all this. I did it too. You know, but I didn't have nobody to really like have that talk with me, you know. And again, because you know, they didn't know how, you know, they didn't know what I was going through. Because when they were 13, it was a whole different ball game. You know, they were going through real stuff. I was going through, you know, adolescent stuff. But you guys just take it for what you want. You know, I tell you this all the time. Take the good that you want to hear, get rid of the bad, and yeah, that's it. Respect your parents, you know. Tori, respect your mom, man. You know, listen to her. You know, she's not stupid. You know, she's not stupid. She's not good at a lot of stuff that, you know, in my opinion, but she's good at a lot of stuff too, in my opinion. You know, that's everybody, you know. You know, respect John. You know, I think John seems like a decent enough man, you know, that cares about you kids enough that I'm happy your mom found him. You know, I think he seems like a good, you know, he's 52 also, you know, he's been through, you know, he's got 16 years of experience on me. So I'm not naive to respect that. You know, I'm sure he's got his flaws, faults, and, you know, things he's shameful of and all of the above. We all do. So, you know, Hezzy, same with your dad. You know, that friendship you have with him, that bond you have with him, just grow it. Make sure it gets bigger and tighter and, you know, more exclusive. Don't let nobody come between that. Your mom never would. I know that for a fact. You know, learn from Patty. You know, I know she's helped you with school projects, you know, till late hours of the night. And you know, I know she brings, Sam, right? You know, she brings Sam to the table and you think of her like a sister, just like you do Tori. Everything I said about that, you know, let it apply. If you guys are bad influences on each other, recognize that too. You know, if you know, Tori, you hang around Hezzy and you start acting a certain way that you might not feel like is really yourself, tell her, say, hey, you know what? I act like this, you know, I got to change it. You know, Hezzy, same thing. You hang out with Tori, you know, and she starts, you know, entertaining boys too much. And this is vice versa. I don't think either one of you are like this. I'm just giving you an example. You know, it's the same thing with Sam. You know, Sam starts, you know, doing whatever. You know, you guys have a party. She sneaks a beer. Hey, Hezzy, try this. You know, it's probably not a good idea. You know, it's probably not. You might try it. I don't know. I did. You know, I remember I grabbed a, it was probably White Zinfandel. You know, this sweet wine from my Aunt Mona's one time, and I was just, I think I was like 13. I wanted to throw up. I thought it was awful, you know. But anyway, you know, I hope you guys can take the good out of what I'm trying to get across to you. You know, I hope you guys watch these. You know, I do. You know, I'm not making them for nothing. You know, I feel like you guys respect me enough to where my opinion matters and my words matter. And